Fremantle Council has proposed plans to add 33 metres onto building regulations at the old Matilda Bray brewery site, meaning that property development can begin on the 2.9 hectare plot, with the potential to construct 60,000 square metres of apartments plus office and retail space. Residents of Fremantle are concerned what such a monumental building project will have on the historic city.
Well, these plans are for some very substantial buildings, large buildings. We can see one under construction at the moment there. And the proposal is to have a number of others which would be placed between that one and the Matilda Bay Brewery, which you can see there. The council has undergone over previous month some public consultation which we actually believe was far too limited. So we've endeavoured to broaden the scale of it, and the council to date has been very cooperative in accommodating us trying to achieve that.
However, it is not just the landscape that will change. Locals are also concerned that Fremantle will have to sacrifice its historic charm and close-knit community feel.
There's always, whenever you build buildings that are taller, there is always going to be controversy, but we've been working very hard on making sure that we get good urban design so that these tall buildings actually become a part of the landscape that people like and not hate. So we've got an independent design advisory committee of architects who actually advise the council on making sure we get good urban design for these large buildings.
Issues arising, of course, have to do with height and scale and overshadowing and things of that nature. But possibly more importantly, it's the impact on your community of nearly perhaps as much as doubling the population, with the consequent effects of increased traffic. And then there's the whole relationship of that development to the community. It could be exclusive if not managed well. It could be like a gated community where people didn't feel welcome.
Critics have suggested that the motivation behind this project is to increase ratepays in Fremantle and make the city more economically viable. However, the council insists that this is just a coincidence.
But actually the driving intent really is actually about good urban planning and realising that for every new unit that we have in one of these developments that's in higher density is one less house we need on the outer suburbs that's bulldozing some of the most biodiverse bushland in the world. Fremantle's always been evolving from its very early days to when it was very much an industrial port city. That evolution is important, and cities always have that choice. Do they want to evolve and change and with the times, or do they actually want to just become museum towns and ultimately die? And my sense is Fremantle can to actually keep its character and evolve and change at the same time and keep the best of both worlds.
Because there are other sites in North Fremantle which could be developed. If this development sets a precedent, we want it to be a good precedent which will be followed on other sites. However, if it isn't done well, it's obviously going to set a poor precedent, and we'll see more of the same in a few key spots. So the site in itself is important to discuss and get right, but it has broader implications.
Fremantle residents can only hope that the council fulfills its promise of not sacrificing the city's historic charm for financial gain. I'm Claudia Dent for Undercurrent.